Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare
वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। नामाचार्य श्रीला हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय। All glories to the assembled devotees. Please accept my humble obeisances. This is Sundarangi Radha Devi Dasi from India, welcoming all of you to Bhakti Sangha Japa conference call today. I thank all of you for attending this Japa session. Please forgive me for interrupting your ecstatic chanting. Now, I would like to read the 10 offenses to the holy names which are to be avoided, written by Srila Vyasadeva in the Padma Purana. Number 1, to blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their lives for propagating the holy name of the Lord. Number 2, to consider the names of demigods like Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma to be equal to or independent of the name of the Lord Vishnu. Number 3, to disobey the orders of spiritual master. Number 4, to blaspheme the Vedic scriptures or scriptures and portions to the Vedic version. Number 5, to consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to be an imagination. Number 6, to give some interpretation to the holy name of the Lord. Number 7, to commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name. Number 8, to consider the chanting of Hare Krishna is one of the auspicious ritualistic activities which are offered in the Vedas as fruitive activities, karma kanda. Number 9, to instruct a faithless person about the glories of the holy name. Number 10, to not have complete faith in chanting of the holy name and to maintain material attachment even after understanding so many instructions in this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims to be a Vaishnava must guard against these offenses in order to achieve the desired success, Krishna Prema. Now, once again, I would like to thank everyone for joining Bhakti Sangha Japa conference call today. Now, let us move to our next session, which is Srimad Bhagavatam class. May I know who all have joined?
Hare Krishna Mataji, Pranam. I offer my obeisances to all the simple devotees, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Ayan Shah from India.
Hare Krishna and Prabhu, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhu, for joining the call and thank you for all your wonderful services. Welcome to the call, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Rangi Mataji, Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharajis. My humble obeisances to you and all the devotees. This is Krishna Kumari Devidasi from Rani. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Kumari Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for giving your association every day. Welcome to the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Sundarangi Radha Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Vinita Gandharvika Devidasi from College Station, Texas. Happy Govardhan Puja for who all are celebrating it today. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to all your wonderful services, Mataji. Happy Govardhan Puja to all of you, Mataji. Thank you. Hare Krishna. When are you celebrating, Mataji? There? Tomorrow? Or
Mataji in US, it was like half of the US is
today?
celebrated yesterday and today half of the US is celebrating. Yeah, there are
Oh,
two
okay.
timings again.
Yesterday it was. Okay.
For some, it is today, Mataji. Yeah, there are some
Oh, for
devotees who
us,
celebrate.
it is
Yeah,
today.
yeah.
Yeah, for us also, Mataji, we are celebrating here today.
Yeah, we are also celebrating today, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Sundarangi Radha Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj. This is Shama Gauri Devidasi from Charlotte.
Hare Krishna, Syama Gauri Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to all your wonderful services, Mataji. Thank you so much for joining the call. Welcome to the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Is there anyone else who would like to introduce themselves? Hare Krishna. Welcome to Bhakti Sangha Japa conference call. Today we are so fortunate to have His Grace Keshavanand Prabhuji to enlighten us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam, 8th Canto, 12th chapter and text number 7. I just want to
Mataji,
check
today
if
can
he
you
is
read?
already here.
Can you
Yes,
read, Mataji?
Prabhuji
I think
is not
Indu
here, right?
Mataji is busy. Yeah, usually we read before Prabhuji joins only. Yeah, you can
Yes.
read.
Okay, Mataji. So here we can read the verse. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 8, chapter number 12 and text number 7. Tvam Brahma Paranam Amrutam Vigunam Visokam Ananda Matram Avikaram Anyat Visvasya hetur udayastiti samyamyam samyamanam atmeswarascha tat apeksata yena pakshaha. Synonyms: Tvam, your lordship; Brahma, the all-pervading absolute truth; Purnam, fully complete; Amrutam, never to be vanquished; Bigunam, spiritually situated, free from the material modes of nature; Bisokam, without lamentation; Ananda Matram, always in transcendental bliss; Avikaram, changeless; Ananyat, separated from everything; Anyat, yet you are everything; Vishwasya, of the cosmic manifestation; Hetuhu, the cause; Udaya, of the beginning; Sthiti, maintenance; Samyamanam, Samyamanam, and of all the directors controlling the various departments of the cosmic manifestation. Atma Iswaraha, the super soul giving direction to everyone. Cha, also. Tat Apekshata, everyone depends upon you. Anapekshaha, always fully independent. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. My Lord, you are the supreme Brahman, complete in everything. Being completely spiritual, you are eternal, free from the material modes of nature, and full of transcendental bliss. Indeed, for you, there is no questions of lamentation. Since you are the supreme cause, you are the supreme cause, the cause of all causes, nothing can exist without you. Yet, we are different from you in a relationship of cause and effect. For in one sense, the cause and effect are different. You are the original cause of creation, manifestation, and annihilation. And you bestow benediction upon all living entities. Everyone depends upon you for the result of his activities. But you are always independent. Purport: the Supreme Personality of Godhead says in Bhagavad Gita 9.4, Maya tatam idam sarvam jagat abhyakta murtina matstani sarvabhutani na chaham tesva avastitaha. By me, in my unmanifested form, the entire universe is pervaded. All beings are in me, but I am not in them. This explains the philosophy of simultaneous oneness and difference, known as Achintya Veda Ved. Achintya Veda Veda. Everything is the Supreme Brahman, the personality of Godhead, yet the Supreme Person is differently situated from everything. Indeed, because the Lord is differently situated from everything material, He is the Supreme Brahman, the Supreme Cause, the Supreme Controller. Iswaraha Paramakrishna Satchidananda Vigraha. The Lord is the Supreme Cause, and His form has nothing to do with the material modes of nature. The devotee's praise, as your devotee is completely free from all desires, your lordship is also completely free from desires. You are fully independent. Although all living entities engage in your service, you do not depend on the service of anyone. Although this material world is created complete by you, everything depends on your sanction. As stated in Bhagavad Gita, Mataha Smrutir Jnanam Apuhanam Cha. Remembrance, knowledge, and forgetfulness come from you. Nothing can be done independently, yet you can act independently of the service rendered by your servants. The living entities depend on your mercy for liberation. But when you want to keep them liberation, you do not depend on anyone else. Indeed, by your causeless mercy, you can give liberation to anyone. Those who receive your mercy are called Krupa Siddha. To reach the platform of perfection takes many lives. Bahunam Janmanam Ante Gnanavan mam prapadyate. Nonetheless, even without undergoing severe austerities, one can attain perfection by your mercy. Devotional service should be unmotivated and free from impediments. Ahituka apara apari ap, apar ap, apratihata. Sorry, ahituka apratihata yayat yayatma supra siddhati. This is the position of mm, nirasisaha, or freedom from expectations for results. A pure devotee continuously offers transcendental loving service to you, but you may nonetheless offer mercy to anyone without depending on his service. Mataji, okay. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
I don't know if Prabhuji is there. Yeah, Prabhuji joined in.
Okay. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Prabhu, for your valuable time and association to us and enlightening us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam. Today's topic is Srimad Bhagavatam, 8th canto, 12th chapter, and text number 7, Prabhu. Whenever ready, please take over the call, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Pranam.
Yeah. Just give me 1 minute.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Yeah, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Okay, so I'll just be. If there's any. ओम ज्ञानातिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते गौरवाणी निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य। So this is a beautiful glorification of the Lord, and here it is said, Tvam Brahma Purnam Amritam Vigunam Vishokam Anandamatram Avikaram Ananyatanyat Vishvasya Hetur Udayasthiti Samyamanam Atmeshwarascha Tad Apekshataya Anapeksha. Srila Prabhupada here is mostly he's commenting on Anapeksha. That's where he's commenting. Just a minute. Oh. And this. No, it's okay. So here many qualities of the Lord are being described, and Bali he's saying Tam Brahma Purnam Amritam Vigunam Shokam. These all are names of Lord Krishna, and Krishna's names are according to his qualities. That's what Prabhupada says. Our names are random, or probably due to astrological calculations. but mostly it's random nowadays in modern world. But Krishna's names are according. Can you just hold on?
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare.
So these are all qualities of the Lord, and all the qualities of the Lord are according to His names. That's the point there. He is Krishna has many names, and all His names carry a deep meaning, both philosophical and also sweet meanings. Aishwarya and Madhurya both. And every name carries a beautiful pastime with it. Just like nowadays, now we are doing that Kartik Damodar Ashtakam. So Damodar, if you call him Damodar, there is a pastime behind it. If you call him Govinda, there is a pastime of Govardhan Hill. If you call him Krishna, all pastimes are there in that. So that's the point there. The Brahma Purnam Amritam Vigunam Vishokam. All these names but all these names, what I mentioned in this verse, they are mostly Upanishadic names. If you see Puranas, the names of Krishna which are used are Govinda, Madhava, Yashodanandan. They are direct names. In 10th canto, if you see. Personal names. These are indirect names. Amritam, Vigunam, Vishokam, and connected to this material word. For example, Amritam. Amritam is connected to this material word. Why? Because Mritam means death. Amritam means who doesn't die. Because death is concerned with this material word, this name is linked to material world. That is why these names, Upanishadic names, are mostly secondary names. But Krishna is a direct name. It is concerned with his spiritual word, Govinda, Madhava. All these names are direct names. So that is why they say Brahma Purnam Amritam Vigunam is devoid of all material modes of material nature. Secondary name. Because it is connected to this material world. Vishokam, again connected to this material world. Connected to this material world means we can understand these names only when we understand material world. In the context of material world. In Golok, nobody will call him Vishokam, isn't it? Because there is no Shoka there. So why to glorify him as Vishokam? It doesn't make any sense, isn't it? Nobody will call him Vigunam. Nobody will call him Anandamatram. That they might call, but again, this name is quite a formal name. Let's call it like that. In Vaikuntha, they might call him Anandamatram. In material world, they might call him Anandamatram, but not in Golok. So avikaram, again connected to this, and again understood in the context of material word. Vikaram, who is changeless. Ananyat, separated from everything. Again, Anyat, you are everything, again connected to this material word. So these are called as Vishwasya Hetur. Beautiful. It is not that these are secondary names or they are in context, they are understood in context of material world. It is not that they are secondary and primary is Krishna, Govinda, Madhava. So they are better, these are not better. That's not the point there. All names of Krishna has all potencies. That's the teaching of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Nam Namakari Bahuda, Nija Sarva Saktis. Nam Namakari Bahuda. There's so many names of Krishna and they have all the powers. But the point is, why these are secondary names? Because when Krishna hears these names, it is not, it doesn't give him so much bliss as the names Krishna, Madhav, Govinda, because because when he hears his names, uh, he also hears and he remembers his function in this material world, and he's happy. He's happy, of course, it's his name. It's not that he's not happy, but when he hears Yashodanandan, Govinda, Damodar, he remembers his devotees in spiritual world who are in complete love with him, and he gets supreme enjoyment. These names makes him remember about his greatness in this material world. His working is in this material world. He is vigunam, he is without any material modes of nature, and yet he manages this material world which which where material modes of nature are in every atom, but he doesn't get influenced by it. That's the beauty of his. This is called as Aishwarya, his greatness. So we are glorifying his greatness. This entire material creation is his great piece of work. Actually, this material world is his glorification. That's what it is said. This is his masterpiece. That's what they call, isn't it? So anybody who sees this material world from the eyes of scriptures, they can directly glorify Lord. But they will glorify Lord using his indirect names, because Krishna, God will be happy, but he's not so happy when he remembers his intimate, dear devotees, especially of spiritual world. You see, Prabhupada explains this. Prabhupada says if you glorify somebody, saying you are great, you are very powerful, and you can do anything, they're happy. But if you glorify them by saying that 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 you have a lover who loves you have a child who is so naughty, you have a wife who is so pretty, like this. Anyway, it'll make him more happy, isn't it? Because that glorification makes him remember sweetness, and that is more blissful, isn't it? So you can call these names, all these names used in this word, you can call them as indirect names or secondary names or names which are glorifying his greatness. That's one category. This Bhaktivinoda Thakur explains in Harinam Chintamani. Or you can call these names as or so there's another category which are primary names or direct names or names which are glorifying his sweetness. Those are Govinda, Madhava, Krishna. All these names are there. That is why all these names are there in 10th canto. 10th canto has all direct primary names. Other cantos have mostly secondary names. Both are necessary. I mean to say, you can glorify, it doesn't matter whether primary, secondary. The first step for us is to always glorify him. That practice has to be made. Otherwise, what difference does it make if your heart doesn't glorify him? What difference does it make in choosing between primary and secondary? Doesn't make any difference. Step one is make a habit of glorifying him. That's why we are asked to chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Always chant Hare Krishna so that you and be pure, so that your heart starts glorifying. And the second step is, and once you have glorified him enough, all these names of God, they are like in your second nature. They are like in your blood, and you're glorifying him. Oh my Lord Krishna, oh my Lord Krishna, you're Purnam, Amritam, Vigunam, Shok, Vikosham. You take bliss in chanting these names and glorifying him. Then the second step is, then you focus on the names which are primary. Of course, from the beginning, Mahaprabhu has asked us to focus on primary names. That's why we are chanting Hare Krishna, isn't it? Radha Damodar, Radha Govind. but we have to make a habit of glorifying Him by chant any name of Lord. Purnam, Amritam, they are Vigunam, they are so nice names also. At least people who are conditioned like us, we can't choose names, isn't it? The process is given, we chant the names, but we have to, because we are conditioned, we have to first, of course, I mean to say Purnam, Amritam, these names might be more useful for us in our context as conditioned beings. We will relate to these names more, isn't it? Vishokam, who removes all the miseries, and our heart will be satisfied that, okay, I have a master who can remove all miseries. You can relate to it more better. Ananda Matram, if I take a shelter, he'll give me happiness. You see? So, so there's a logic in there. So that is why in our condition, as well we can chant Radha Damodar, Madhav, Govind. In our condition, all these names are necessary to give us a connection with Lord. Once a connection is made with Lord, that means our heart starts glorifying Him. At that time, we uh, we can then focus on the primary names of God. At that time, not now. Otherwise, we'll not be able to develop a good, mature connection with Him. And that is why it is said, and that is why Prabhupada says, read all cantos of Krishna, of Bhagavatam. First read first to 9 cantos, and then come to 10th canto. That is why Prabhupada says like this. First to 9 cantos prepares you to enter 10th canto. What is there in first to 9 canto? What is the subject matter? The names of Lord. See, the secondary names of Lord. Primary focus, main focus. 10th canto main focus is primary names. As simple as that. So, so that's the point there. So this Srimad Bhagavatam, that is why we the, so there's a big confusion among devotees. They have they have, I mean to say, they read Bhaktivinoda Thakur's books, and then they say primary names, secondary names, all this theory part. But but if you come to practical grounds, all those all those teachings of acharyas, we have to understand it works on different levels. It's not that's why Prabhupada and all the acharyas, they always strictly said, read first to 9 cantos, don't directly jump into 10th canto. Prabhupada said so many times, otherwise it will become sahajias. But then somebody might quote, oh, Bhakti Thakur says focus on primary names. Doesn't work like that. First we have to have a relationship with God, and when we have a relationship with God, then we can choose in all these in all these uh, discussions, primary, secondary, and all these things. Yeah. So 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 that's the point there. So I think see, all these names are also all these names are beautifully. If you want details of these names, they're beautifully explained in Upanishads. But we don't have to read Upanishads. We can simply read Bhagavatam, and and we can relish these names. The all these pastimes of Srimad Bhagavatam of first 9 cantos, they're all an explanation of these names of Krishna. They're related to the pastimes of Krishna, of but related to his greatness. That's the point there. So, can we just go? So when we read Srimad Bhagavatam, then what happens is we all these it's like Purnam. If you read first canto, this name Purnam is explained in details. So actually, Bhagavatam, what it does is, we don't have to go to Upanishads. What it does is, Bhagavatam first to 9 cantos are actually giving a commentary on Upanishads and Vedanta Sutra, which explains its secondary names. And we need that to develop a connection with God, because that's our context. Our context is still in material world. We are still in material world. So suppose if you see this material world, what you are supposed to do? Supposed to glorify Krishna. How will you do that? Need to need secondary names. And when we become pure enough, then of course we are also chanting primary names along with that. But when we become pure enough, then we then we what do we say? Then we can focus and switch to primary names exclusively, because now our heart is pure by doing service. We have made a connection with him. Then we can focus on that to actually give Krishna exclusive sweetness, what he wants from us. He becomes happy. But if we do, but if we chant all these names prematurely, but if suppose like all these sahajyas in Mitra, if you tell them Purnam Amritam, they will say, oh, this is nonsense. This is like ABCD nursery. That's why they called as sahajyas. Sahaj means easily. They've easily jumped onto primary names, leaving secondary names. What it does is the heart is still impure, and they have no connection with God or some artificial imitative connection, imagination. They don't advance. And especially preachers, we are preachers. We need the secondary names for another reason. Because the secondary names have another secret. They explain they are not only glorify God, but they also explain this material world, how this material world works. Because this material world is perverted reflection of Krishna. So we can understand, from understanding substance, we can understand shadow. From understanding shadow, we can understand substance. So for example, when we glorify God as Purnam, He is complete. We can understand this material world is also Purnam. But in another sense, He is Purnam, He is complete with all good qualities. This material world is complete with all bad qualities. That's the point there. Hmm. That's the point. Just to understand this material world much better. And as a preacher, we know we require this knowledge, isn't it? We require this knowledge because we are dealing with material world in preaching, and we need to understand this material world. And what good strategy it will be to understand this material world while glorifying Lord. And until unless, and even if we are liberated souls, we need these names because we need these names because we have to interact. We are seeing this material, we're touching this material world. All these sahajas, that is why they get entangled in this material world, because they what happens with them? They actually they are simply in their own dreams. Govardhan Leela, Damodar Leela. That's good, but nevertheless, they have to come in touch with material world. They have to see mountains, they have to see sky, they have to see earth, air, and then they forget Krishna. Or they imagine Krishna. Krishna is like blue sky, or maybe Krishna is like fire, his sweetness, something they do in their mind. But that's not the point. We have to remember God according to scriptures and not according to our mind. That's another thing of Sahajas. They imagine some glorifications of God. Just like Prabhupada was once saying, Prabhupada was one devotee was walking with Prabhupada, and Prabhupada was walking, and he was walking on the streets of New York, and he saw a beautiful lady, and she was coming from the opposite side, and he told Prabhupada, her hairs look so black like Krishna. Prabhupada said, "You are nonsense. This is not black like Krishna. This is Maya. This is black like Maya." Prabhupada said like that. So he was imagining, putting some imaginary connections there. Prabhupada said, you're in material world, you have to see material world. Prabhupada also said, don't forget this material world in your Krishna consciousness, especially when you are preaching. So we require, I mean to say, in ultimate sense, it doesn't make any difference, primary, secondary name. Ultimate sense, it doesn't make any difference at all. But because all the names of Krishna, even, see, I'll end the lecture here, even secondary names, it all depends on consciousness. You can also chant Purnam, Amritam, in a way that it glorifies Golok pastimes of Krishna. If you read, if you read Vishnu Sahasranam, uh, Baldev Vidyabhushan has written commentary on Vishnu Sahasranam. His commentary interprets all the secondary names in the context of sweetness. That's a beauty. You can have a look at Vishnu Sahasranam commentary. It's a beautiful commentary. When he says Purnam, Amritam, Vishokam, he actually sees Golok pastimes in his names. So you might see Srila Prabhupada also chanting from Samhita, isn't it? Om Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchitananda Vigra. These are all secondary names. Satchitananda Vigra, Anadhiradir Govinda. But Prabhupada is seeing sweetness in those names. So when you become advanced, then it doesn't matter. It's primary, secondary. It doesn't actually matter. Because in all the names you can see his sweetness. Besides the greatness of the Lord, all becomes one. Tatadvayam. All the names can be used in the glorification of Krishna. All the words, all the sounds can be used in the glorification of Krishna. That's the ultimate consciousness. That's Krishna consciousness. So choosing between primary, secondary, at our stage, we have to chant all the names. When you become little advanced, then you can focus on primary names. And then when you become super advanced, then it doesn't matter whether it's primary or secondary names. You're simply glorifying. That's the gist of this verse. Yeah. Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada. Any questions there?
Thank you, Prabhuji, for this beautiful
I'll just
lecture.
end there. Today's
Prabhuji,
puja here. So yeah.
Prabhuji, do you have time for question answers, Prabhuji?
Yeah, I can just take one question because we have like Govardhan Puja here, no? It's all hustle bustle. Yeah, please.
Devotees, please, if you have any questions, please raise your hand. Prabhuji can take one question. Devotees, please raise your hand if you have any question. And Prabhuji, there is one question from Sunil Prabhu. Can you go?
Mhm.
Sunil Prabhu, please go ahead with your question. Prabhuji, sorry, there is background noise. I messaged in chat, Prabhu.
I can't hear
He's
anything.
telling that
Connection is not.
that he will write in the chat.
Okay, fine. But I think somebody raised the hand. Pradhanand Prabhu.
Yes, Praladhananda Prabhu raised his hand.
Dhanavad
Praladhananda
Pranam
Prabhu.
Prabhuji. Yes, Dhanavad Pranam Prabhuji. I just wanted to know what is the destination about these sahajiyas, because personally also sometimes in my, I also feel that some kind of sahajiya vritti will come in our, like that. So is there any chance for them for kind of becoming purer like that? That's what I was wondering.
Who? I can't get your name. I can't get your question clearly. Is there any chance
Yes,
for us?
for the sahajiyas. For the Sajias, is there any chance for them to,
For the
become?
Sahajya? No, Prabhupada said it depends. The Sahajya
Mhm,
is like more advanced.
mhm.
It's finished because they are
Okay.
like super fixed concept. But if there is a tendency in
Mhm.
devotees.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhu. Hari.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay,
Prabhuji can.
I just end here.
Yes, Prabhuji. Okay. Let's pay our
Yeah,
obeisances to Prabhuji. Vancha kalpataru
Hare
vyasya kripa sindhu payavacha pattanam pavanitai
Vaishnava
Vaishnavabhyo namo namaha.
Srila Prabhupada.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for taking to this
Ki
class.
Jai, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.
Srila Prabhupada
His
ki
praise
jai.
Keshavanand Prabhuji